Here's another video on working out the length of a side of a right angle triangle using trigonometry, which is either sine, cos or tan. Here's a right angle triangle. I'm going to work out this angle. No, I'm not. I'm going to be writing that angle. Let's call it 40 degrees this time. Y and 12. This length is Y, that length is 12. Right. First step is to decide if I'm going to use sine, cos or tan. On your calculator you've got 3 buttons. You've got to know which of those buttons to use for a given question. So we're using the opposite and the hypotenuse. So the way to try to remember which sine, cos or tan to use, you have to remember soc and toa. So soc, ka, toa. With practice you can ignore this and you remember it quite easily. Sa, ka, toa. Okay, so you want something that is using the opposite and the hypotenuse, O and H. O and H, that's the one. You want to use sine, because this one's got A and H and that's O and A. I want O and H. That's that one. Right, here we go. So if we're using that, it says sine is equal to opposite divided by hypotenuse. But you don't just write sine. Whenever you write sine, you always write the angle next to it. So sine 40 is equal to opposite divided by hypotenuse. We said this one's the opposite. That's the hypotenuse. So you get y divided by 12. Y divided by 12. Opposite divided by hypotenuse, like this says. Okay, opposite divided by hypotenuse. I want to make y the subject. So I'm going to move that divide by 12 to the other side, it becomes a times by 12. 12 times sine 40 equals y. Let's do that. Let's work out what 12 times sine 40 is as well. So if I have 40, sine 40 is 0.64 whatever. If I times that by 12, I get 7.71. That equals 7.71 to 2 decimal places. I won't bother to write that because there's no space for it. And that's yet another example of how to use trigonometry on a very simple trigonometry question. Let's pause.